Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It would be no surprise if today's matchup turns into a grinded-out affair. The Pats are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Browns, who will need to find a way to move the football. With that, let's hand things over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 14 matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up on the fact he only ran 4 routes at Baylor. Just coach him up and turn him loose.
They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. He's got time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance. An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And here's a look at the starting offense. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Come on, let's go.
In motion, Gronkowski. A second down throw for Brissett. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
Let's go.
Brissett now on second down. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, Brissett got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
In the red zone this time. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First down and goal to go from the 7. They'll run it with Johnson. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second down, Brissett. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Roberto Aguayo now for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Browns offense. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the ball is knocked out, and the Patriots have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
To throw, Brissett dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with the football to begin quarter number 2. Now it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Let's go. What? Nine. What? Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Watch left. Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left. Ohio. Let's go. Ohio. 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 Check. Here we go.
In motion, Anunwa.
Grand 38.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 flight. Good.
A second down throw for Brissett. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
From the red zone now, Brissett. That is caught inside the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Let's go. What? Ohio. 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 Ohio.
Now Brissett. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Trey Burton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And this will be a touchback. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Double tight. Double tight. 3 down.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Come on, let's go. What? Nine. What? Nine.
What we got?
Ohio. Ohio.
Check 30.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He sets to fire deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Here's Brissett, dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On play action, Brissett. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Brissett. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he takes us down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open. Underneath for Johnson. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. The penalty really backs up the offense here on first down. Now 20 yards to go.
Come on, let's go.
Brissett now. This will be caught at about the 3. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2 there. And it's third down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through. And they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Brissett looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So we've reached, so this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sir, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Nunez got it, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. He'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
They go play action here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Play clock winding down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Here's Brissett. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Brissett. Got an open man. It's a new one. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw is Brissett. Moncrief brings it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. inside the red zone the offense will operate.
Let's go. 190.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. That'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Come on, let's go. 190.
A second down throw for Brissett. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Here we go. 190.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. This is caught, Gronkowski. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
But they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go. 138.
Brissett again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
138. 138. Let's go.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And his pass incomplete. So how about that one, Charles? We haven't seen that in a while. The illegal forward pass.
The quarterbacks get so much leeway on this play that you're right, Brandon. It is very rare that we see the call come out for a legal forward pass.
So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal.
Here we go. 138.
This is third and goal. Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Back now in Foxborough. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a pickup of 14 there, and the Browns are going to have a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Patriots coming out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They go to Johnson again. A beautiful fake. And he'll get it up near the 30. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll give the Patriots a first down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Second down, Johnson. And he's got some space here. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the D looking like they may blitz.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football. But the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the 2nd level, the linebackers, or the 3rd level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Now a handoff, Johnson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the light. I'm trying to collect.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protect.